We back. 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 It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to, step to, step to, step to. Y'all. I'm finally posting another video. I know. You ain't gotta say it. I've been seeing the comments. I've been seeing the people, the subscribers, unsubscribing. You know, do what you gotta do. I understand. But I've been living life. Life has been living me at sometimes. Been going through a lot. Me and my locks. My babies have been there with me through thick and thin, pun intended. We'll get more into that in a little bit, but been living life, going through a lot. In less than a year, let me just say this, okay? In less than a year, I've moved twice. One of them has been out of the country. I've been in the hospital twice. And then I had to go to the hospital here. So actually, I would say 2.5, 3 times I've been in the hospital in less than a year. So I've been going through some health issues, been moving, changing climates, but it hasn't all been not so great. And even in the not so great moments, to be honest with y'all, full transparency, even in the not so great moments, they have still been great. In that I'm learning lessons. I'm learning how to care for myself, heal my clients, heal my babies, right? I'm gonna let y'all see them, don't worry. My edges are doing the most right now, so I'm trying to keep them a little bit laid, and in due time, and in the meantime, and in due time, I'll take this bad baby off and give y'all a little update or whatever. But I just want to put it out there that yes, I've been going through some things. I've been going through a lot. However, I'm not really sure why my camera cut off like that. I think I did a gesture with my hand and I made it cut. But at any rate, I have been going through a lot, but there is so much growth and evolution and blossoming and blooming that I've done and that my locks and my hair have done since I've been going through said life events. And shit happens to everybody, right? I mean, we all going through something. So I'm not playing the victim or, saying, woe is me. It is what it T.I. is. And we gonna roll with the punches. I'm never down for too long. But anyway, we're here. I'm here in Vietnam, might I add. Yes, I have been living in Vietnam for a little over 4 months, going on the 5th month in June. June, I believe, will make the 5th month. And for the most part, I am enjoying myself. My life is literally overflowing. And so I have been capitalizing off of the positivity, the joy, the happiness. But enough about that. Now y'all understand just a little bit about what I have been going through and why there has not been much activity on my channel. For those of you that are still subscribed and have stayed with me, I want to give y'all a shout out and I want to say thank you guys. I appreciate you. I receive the love and thank you for sticking beside a sister, but anyways, and for those of you who left, I get it too. You gotta do what you gotta do. We see each other. I see y'all, okay? So, about my locks. So, they are still in pretty good shape. This will be year 5 in August. 5 whole years. 5 whole years in August. I'm actually stoked about it. I really wanted to dye my hair, but the shit was hitting the fan in them last few months in the States, and so I just did not have the opportunity to get my hair dyed, so they still look blonde on the ends and all that jazz, but they are growing and have gotten so much longer. So I'm gonna show you guys that here in a minute, but I really just want to get this out because for those of you who are vacationing abroad, changing climates, the environment has changed. You're moving abroad, living abroad or whatever, and you have locks. Please consider your locks before, and the maintenance and the care before actually making the move. Okay, so that wasn't something that I necessarily considered. Like, I considered it a little bit prior to us moving. However, I did not consider it much because I thought I didn't consider it much because I thought, like, okay, locks shouldn't be that much to maintain. I do my own retightenings myself. So I was just like, it shouldn't be too much. But wait, there's more. What I didn't count on was my hair growing more when we moved. That kind of came out of left field. I really was not expecting that. And definitely didn't expect to not have as much, I didn't expect to not have as many options for shampoo and things like that. So now I've pretty much am running out of all the shampoo that I brought. So I was just like, okay, let me just bring a gang of shampoo from the States, and then that way I don't really have to worry about it. But what I didn't count on was how much hair I have, for one. And then secondly, my partner has locks as well. And so we're both using the shampoo. So the shampoo didn't last as long as I originally anticipated that it would. And so now we're down to like the last little drops of shampoo, and I'm trying to consider what I'm going to use to shampoo and possibly condition my hair. So right now we're still using Donna's Recipes extra moisturizing shampoo. Y'all know the one that's by Tabitha Brown and her partner, her co-founder or whatever. So I'm using that, and then I'm also using y'all know what? I'm just gonna show it to you. Okay, so boom, I got the shampoos. So I actually have a little bit more shampoo than I thought, but we brought 2 bottles of this shampoo, which it's really been doing both of our sets of locks really well. So we have this shampoo, which I want to say it's about a little bit more than half the bottle, maybe 3/4 of the bottle between the two of us though. And then this baby is about gone. This is damn near gone, but this is the moisturizing, extra creamy moisturizing shampoo by Donna's Recipe that I was saying that we use. So we still have the majority of this somewhat, but then we also have a little bit of this. We brought 2 bottles of this, and now we're down to, I would say, about 3/4 of the way. And then we bought 1 bottle of this. So I said all that to say, I'm trying to figure out and be a little bit more proactive about what the hell we gonna do when this shampoo is gone. I'm thinking of going the natural holistic route, because that's typically what I do with everything as far as like deodorant, toothpaste, soap. We're pretty natural, pretty holistic living this way. So I'm checking out a lot of the shops. They have a lot of, well, I don't want to say a lot, but they do have a few options. There's a variety of different shampoos and things like that we can use that are natural, essential oils, all that kind of stuff. And I've been doing like my own face scrubs and things like that. So anyway, that's my next option. If any of y'all know of any options for locks while here in Da Nang, Vietnam, please hit me up in the comments and let me know, because a sister is tired of searching. There's nothing that's lock friendly or black friendly for that matter too much here. So I would either have to order offline, which that is a lot with shipping and all that kind of stuff, to try to find something that's remotely close to what my hair is needing. So The water here is hard as shit. Like it's drying, it is hard, but the humidity here does help. So it's like 6-7, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the water's harsh, but there is some moisture in the air. And I came here from Colorado. Colorado was hella dry. And I did not realize how dry Colorado truly was until I came to Da Nang, Vietnam. And then all of a sudden my hair just started growing, like out of nowhere. I would get my retightenings every 3 months. Almost, like I want to say maybe 10 to 12 weeks is when I started pushing them out more and more. At first it used to be like every 6 weeks, then it went to like every 8 weeks, then I started pushing it out to like 10 to 12 weeks. Once I got here, I noticed that I had to start touching up my perimeter like every 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. I started noticing like thinning, like because I wasn't doing it as much as I should have been. So I started noticing like, oh my God, if I don't retighten these, they might fall out. I did have a lock that fell out. And then I had to get that situation up. Like I was livid. And then I was like, yo, I'm on the better part of 5 years. And then I get to Vietnam and then my lock fall out. But it came out like towards the middle of the lock. And so I just combined it with another lock. I'm gonna show y'all what that looks like. I just kind of combined it with another lock. I wasn't really tripping because my locks are fairly small size. They're micro locks. So they're fairly small, and I just combined it. Because now being in Vietnam, I've learned to not be so attached to so much structure, right? So my grid, how they look, making them look nice and neat, that's not necessarily my first resort, I guess. Like that, I'm not tripping on that. Like I'm not gonna bug out because my grid doesn't look super duper neat like I used to want it. Like I wanted everything a little bit more neat, on the neater side. I want everything crisp, clean, parts clean, all of that. But with locks, I'm learning to go with the flow, especially since being here in Vietnam. I'm not really pressed, you know, when I lose a lock or if I lose a lock, because locks are gonna do what they want to do. Hair does what it wants to do in general anyway, so I'm not really gonna like trip into too much on that. Why is this camera? I'm not as attached to structure. I'm more free-spirited when it comes to them, and I'm allowing my locks to pretty much just guide me in the direction that they would like to go. So wasn't really tripping on losing a lock too much. And let me see, I've been swimming a lot. I'm trying to remember, honestly, y'all, I really didn't know how I was gonna give this update. I ain't write no notes down. This is all free flowing, okay? So I didn't really write too much or make notes or all of that. This is organic and full transparency. I don't have nothing to hide, and I'm not ashamed. It's locks, it's hair. Who cares, right? And I don't know if some of y'all are anal, and if y'all are anal, whatever. I'm not anal about a lot of this stuff when it comes to hair, because it's just hair. Hair is mostly dead anyway. You know, that's neither here nor there. So I'm not super anal and uptight about the structure of things, and just kind of, I still love micro locks. I'm not free forming or anything like that. However, I'm just allowing them to do what they do, in that if I lose one here or there, I'll figure out a way to adjust, and then I'm moving on, because like I said, essentially it's dead hair, and we're just trying to hold on to it and structure it as much as we possibly can for the aesthetic of things, right? So I've been swimming a lot, and not really, like I said, I haven't been as obsessed with hair maintenance as I usually would in the States. And so I probably didn't separate my hair, my new growth, as I should have. And so I got a little bit of thinning, and because I have so much hair, it's so tough to tell, right, that that like her locks are thinning or whatever, and they're kind of small too anyway. So I did get some thinning and I had to combine 2 on this side. I'll try my best to show y'all that as well. But I've been swimming, y'all. When I tell y'all I have been living the dream, I've been living my dream. It may not be y'all dream, but I've been living my dream. So I have been in the sea, I have been swimming. We have beach day every week, every Sunday. And so I just been going with the flow, really, especially as it pertains to my hair. Conditioner, haven't been conditioning my hair too much. I do still make my own spray. That has been working wonders on my hair, and that's probably why my hair has been growing significantly more or significantly faster than usual, on top of the added humidity that is in the air here in Vietnam. We are now we just came out of rainy season, and we're now into what they call dry season. But even in dry season, it's still a lot of humidity. But I still make my own spray of distilled water or filter water, because we have a filter in our sink here. So filter water, and then sometimes I will put rose water in there. Sometimes I won't. It just kind of depends on what I have on hand. And then I use essential oils like coconut oil. Rice bran oil has been working really well on my hair. So I do use rice bran oil. Y'all look into that. Sweet almond oil, jojoba oil, and some lemongrass and rosemary. So I still been using that stuff, spraying that in my hair maybe once or twice a week. My retightenings are now, since being in Vietnam, I have to retighten my hair at least every 6 weeks. 8 weeks is really pushing it. It's really pushing it. I'm starting to notice that it gets a little bit more matted together in the new growth, so I have to continuously go through my hair and separate each lock, and y'all know the drill or whatever. So I'm constantly doing that, especially with me now doing more swimming. There are no seas or oceans, not even really lakes like that in Colorado. They have rivers, but I'm not swimming in nobody's river, you feel me? But I didn't do swimming at all. Like, I've never been an ocean babe. I grew up in Pontiac, Michigan, so I'm a lake girly. And even then, we black, we wasn't getting in nobody's lake water. My grandma and my mom was not having that. So I've never grew up around oceans, and I'm a Pisces. I'm a water sign. I love water. I love being around the water. It is so calming, grounding, cleansing, purifying. So any chance I get to get in the water, I get in the water. And then I typically will get my hair wet, and that leads, one thing leads to another, and then we got matted, a little bit of matted hair, but nothing that I couldn't bounce back from. Okay. And so with that being said, I wash my hair, depends on how many times I've been in the ocean, but I will wash my hair now every 2 weeks. It used to be I would push it out longer than that, but because I'm doing a lot more, I'm exercising more, in the gym more, I'm swimming more, I'm sweating more because it's been 90s now in the summer, sometimes higher than that, 95. They're saying it may get up to even 100, 105, 110. So I'm sweating a whole lot. So it's just a different lifestyle. It's a different weather. It's a different environment. Even pollution is a little bit more here. A lot more smog than what we had in Colorado. So there's just some different varying factors that have prompted me to washing my hair more, retightening more, and maintaining my hair a little bit better. than what I was doing in Colorado, in the state of Colorado. And it's a learning, I'm in a bit of a learning curve because I'm learning my hair all over again because so much of my environment and my surroundings have changed. You get what I'm saying? Y'all feel me? So yeah, it's different. So let me just hop on into this real quick. And y'all gonna see these edges. Now listen, no judgment, okay? Don't judge me, because I'm learning how, y'all, my edges have grown so much that I don't know what to do with them anymore. That's how much my edges have grown. So yeah, anyways, these are my locks now. These are my babies. They still, you know, they getting long or whatever. I'll turn so y'all can kind of see the length in the bike. They giving bra strap. They're giving bra strap, okay? They're giving bra strap. This is the one that I had to, y'all can see this, I had to combine it with another one here. And y'all can see the little blonde from the one that kind of fell out, and I reattached it and then I combined it. So anyway, it gives it a little character. And then there's the one, I have a dragon's head now, which I love. I know some of y'all not into that or whatever, and I don't know where the hell it is, but I do have a dragon's head. Hold please. Okay, so boom, here go my dragon's head. So this one has started thinning, like one of them has started thinning, like I would say a significant amount. And then I just combined it and turned it into a dragon's head. So these are my only two problems, like I don't even like to say problems, but I would say these were the only two issues that I've had with my hair thus far. So the one in here, and then the one that I had to reattach and combine. So yeah, that's what's been going on with my hair. I just recently did a retie. Y'all, my reties are like low-key kicking my ass lately. So I used to could finish my hair in 2 days, 6 hours per day. So I would part my hair into half. So I had the top half and I had the bottom half, back half, whatever. And y'all, now it takes me 4 days to do my hair because I've gotten so much, so like this is hard to explain. I'm gonna try to articulate this as best as I can, right? But I didn't know how much of my hair had broken off when I was living in Colorado until I had lived in Vietnam for like 2 to 3 months, and I started noticing all my edges. Like, see, I'm about to start sweating now. I can feel it. And the air is on, by the way. But my edges just started growing like out of nowhere. And I got cowlicks, y'all. And I've had them since birth. So I've never had a whole like shit ton of hair right here in my cowlick section. Never had a shit ton of hair. It's always been really short, fine, curly. Like I have 4A, 4B hair mainly. And then like at the nape of my neck, I have 3C, 4A-ish hair. And my hair it's kind of mixed. But mostly I would say it's 4A to 4B, right? So anyways, and I've never had a lot of hair right here. It's been very fine, curly, but short in my cowlicks. And all of a sudden, they're growing in. Not just this area, but all over. So I have like all this hair in between my locks that started growing in. And so I've been slowly working to try to work them into the existing or pre-existing lock that is surrounding it. I'm doing really well with it. And before y'all ask, I don't know if there are any locticians out here in Vietnam. We do have some of our people here, but I haven't come across anyone that is well versed in micro or sister locks. I haven't come across it, and I just don't trust it. And I'm definitely not trusting, no shade, but whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it shade, call it shade. I don't care. I'm not trusting nobody in my head that don't look like me. That's just me. That's my preference. No, I'm not knocking anybody that does, because that's your prerogative. You do what you want to do, right? That's your life. That's your head. That's your hair. You do what you want to do, but it's my hair. It's my life. And I'm going to do what I want to do. So I don't necessarily trust too many people in my hair, but it is taking me 4 days, 7 to 8 hours per day. So what I do is I part my hair into quarters, and I do a quarter a day. It takes me about 7 to 8 hours, but it gets done. So I literally just finished this past Thursday. Today is Monday. So I just finished this past Thursday. My ends are still pretty much the same. They're still, oh my God, I'm spitting and shit. But they're pretty much still curly. I don't have as much of the braids anymore. For those of you who are new, I started with braid locks. Y'all can check out some past videos on my channel, but I started off with braid locks, and you don't really see the pattern too much, but there are a few where you are able to see them. But these are my babies now. My grid is still pretty much intact for the most part. It's not too bad in here. Like, as y'all can see, they're thriving. They're doing wonderfully. I literally have no complaints. I have no complaints. I'm letting them do whatever they want to do, but I have so much hair. I have a lot of hair. Now, if there's anyone out there who's asking or wondering, like, how many locks do you have? Yada, yada, yada. I don't remember the count. Y'all have to go watch some past videos. I cannot tell you, because with me combining, I know it's over 410. That's all I know. But I don't care about count. That doesn't really concern me anymore. I don't really ask people like, girl, I love your locks. How many you got? I don't know. I don't know why that became a thing, but it was a thing in the past. I don't know why that was a thing, but I got 400 and some odd locks. And it's a lot. This shit is a lot, especially in this climate, in this environment. Like, not having the products that you would need. Like, even my edge control, as y'all can see, my edge is starting to lift up a little bit, because the edge control doesn't work here. And if you're wondering what edge control I use, that also is by Donna's Recipe. In Colorado, I could use that and it worked just fine, but that's dry weather, right? So here, not so much. Not so much. I literally just took my scarf off and them edges are lifted up, honey. But it is what it is. I don't harp on what some may deem the negative. To me, it's all positive. It's just about releasing that control you feel like you need to have over your hair. And I just don't feel like I'm not going to control these things. I let them do whatever it is that they want to do. But that's the update. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but y'all can hit me up, send me a message. The community is there. Don't nobody really say much to me on there, but it's up there. That's another reason why I don't post much either, because don't nobody be saying nothing. I just feel like it's so much going on in the world right now that I really don't see why people would want to care about my locks, to be honest with you. It's people dying, people getting deported, people losing homes, food, I just feel like there's so much more going on in the world that needs our attention. That who cares about me and my locks right now? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not down in myself because I know I am the shit, right? But there's so much more that requires our attention and our intention and our focus. But if y'all have any questions, please feel free to just hit me up and ask. If I can point you in the right direction, I absolutely will. Sending everybody out there love. I hope your lives are just as joyful and as sweet as mine is. I love you guys, and stay safe. Take care of each other, but most importantly, take care of yourself. Peace.